on a little trip. My supersonic ship's at your disposal if you feel so inclined. Well, alright. We're gonna travel faster than light, so do up your overcoat tight, and we'll go anywhere you want to decide. Well, alright. Supersonic rocket ship, nobody has to be helped, nobody needs to be out of sight. Oh, out of sight, man. Nobody's gonna travel second class, there'll be equality and no suppression of minorities. We'll take this planet, supersonic ships at your disposal if you feel so inclined. Well, alright. Nobody gonna travel second class, there'll be equality and no suppression of minorities. Well, alright. Let me take you on a little trip. Supersonic rocket ship.
Well, here's something really interesting I didn't notice last time I was here. Doesn't mean it wasn't here, but because I'm not sure if I came to this exact place. But check this out. Almost like it's a box around this stump here. And then a smaller box inside of the big one. This is almost definitely Sasquatch. This one I'm almost pretty confident is Sasquatch for sure. You know, like I said, this is a campground. People do this stuff, or they do make structures, usually teepees, stuff that they can put a tarp over or whatever, or make a fort. But generally not stuff like this. There's a stump here, it just goes around. All around it. Right to there. Yeah, I really love this. I really love this. That is super cool. That is really, really cool. Well, I'm going to have a good look around here today and see what else I can find. You know, I generally don't say that this was, well, and I'm not saying it's definitely made by Sasquatch, even in this case, but, or in this case, because it could be either. But I really am strongly leaning towards Sasquatch made for this one. What do you guys think? So there's the box shape surrounding the stump, a little stump, and like I said, look at that little box inside the big one. Just very cool. Yeah, I think it's our big friend. Something else doesn't look that significant, but I don't know. I like it quite a bit. Just a little stump there, and as you can see, there's just a piece of wood laid on there, another piece, one single pine cone, and this big hunk of moss, which was just laid on there. And I'll put it back to respect their stuff. Once again, why would a person do that? That pine cone did not fall from this tree, because this is not a pine tree. So somebody placed that there. Once again, I think that's Sasquatch behavior, and in my opinion, the little guy's just playing around. I see all kinds of this kind of stuff. Sometimes the stuff that doesn't look as that doesn't stand out as much for some people is the most revealing to me, just because of the sense that why would somebody do that? And yet it's consistent with what I've seen them do, adding to stumps, structures, and just in general. So there's two pieces of wood there, one bark, one piece of wood actually, pine cone. Even this might be an addition. I would think it is. Then of course that big piece of moss. Keep your eyes open when you're looking in their territory. It's the little things that are sometimes the most compelling. I'll have to check my pictures, I guess at home, but I was here a few days ago and I saw some of this, but it looks like they've added more of these pieces right in here onto it. Love that. Yeah, they've been around. They have been around. Yeah, look at all the pieces leaned up against that on both sides. Just found something extremely cool. Once again, I do not think this is human-made. Now, you know, I always have to use discernment. I've mentioned that many times, but I don't think this is human-made. Look at this little path of wood leading up to a half-oval fire ring. Oh my God, look at that. Looky there. Look at that. That is amazingly cool. Once again, I say Sasquatch made. Now, you know, like I said, I'm not going to categorically state this is definitely Sasquatch, because that's not using discernment, and there are humans in the area at times. But I was just here a few days ago and I didn't see this. Definitely wasn't there. The campground is really not busy right now, and actually I haven't seen anybody on this side camping for a few days, so that's kind of compelling. And just Just the design, it just doesn't look like something a person would make. To me, and it looks very much like something Sasquatch would make. Wow, just so fascinating, so interesting. Really glad I came here today. Seeing all kinds of new stuff. Because like I said, I was just here a few days ago and I didn't see this. I saw this, but I don't believe there were as many. I'm almost positive there were not as many sticks leaned up against the big one, the horizontal piece. But this again is just one of those beautiful things that I find once in a while that just warms my heart. This is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Really, really love it. My God, I'm getting goosebumps. Like I was here no more than a week ago. And I saw something very much like this. And I'm going to see if the other one is in the place it was last week. Look at this. The same kind of string too. Wow. It's the same thing virtually. Maybe it's the actual same pieces tied together, but they've been moved. If they are, I'll let you know, because I'm going to go across the road to where the other thing was. The other thing like this was. Oh my God. The stuff in here today is just blowing my mind. I'm going to try to get on the other side where I don't have as much light. See what I can see. Or as much light reflecting off it, I mean. So yeah, there it is. There's a definite A there. There's an X. That is amazing. That is amazing. Well, let's keep going. This is exciting.
Warriors all are we. Worship the sun, great spirit, born of the mother earth. Seek for the true white brother. We are the chosen people,
else that looks new from the last few days. Little triangle shape leaned up there. Well, definitely placed. There's no question about that. Once again, a Sasquatch symbol, Sasquatch sign. Like the open triangle is, my meaning for it is little bud. Hey bud. And, well, it just didn't fall that way, obviously. So it was hand placed. What hand put it there is up for speculation, but once again, a lot of these things, there just does not seem to be any human practicality behind the design or a practical purpose. And I feel like it's redundant when I keep saying that, but you know, I kind of have to because, you know, like I said, it's always possible that a human hand is at work, but I don't know, I'm finding a lot of stuff, and a lot of it I really don't think it was made by humans, at least not the hairless humans. I saw this structure over here before. This one, it's got string on it. Yeah, that doesn't serve any purpose either. You really can't go inside of this, at least not comfortably. Yeah, not at all. There's some of the string. Now this stuff is just looped over here. It's not even serving any purpose. Let's look at some of the other string. Yeah, I guess this is. But it seems to be different than the last time I saw it. Actually, you know what? I'm not even so sure it is. It's not really supporting anything. This piece doesn't have to be supported by that. It's supported by this main piece of wood here, so yeah. Well, in any event, I think there is some serious Sasquatch interaction or some serious Sasquatch building going on here, but in any event, really enjoying being out here. This is my favorite kind of year, or not kind of year, sorry, my favorite time of year, when the campers are gone for the most part, and it seems that a lot of builds, glyphs, things of that nature show up. And it's almost as if I've always thought that the string there too, that the Sasquatch people come in and check out what the humans have done and play their little games and build their little stuff, and seems to be a consistent pattern at this time of year. It's funny though, you know, because being a interdimensional being that can cloak and, you know, manipulate time or whatever, they could make these things at any time. And, you know, they do often. Oh, here's that big stick in the ground again. And this ground is really firm. And if I recall, that sticks in about 18 inches or so. There's nobody that could stick that in there. There's just not a hope in hell that it could be stuck in that deep. My friend Randy tried it, and you know, he just basically just scratched the surface of the dirt and the moss there. So all kinds of compelling, interesting things going on here. Once again, a compelling structure, just for the fact that, geez, there's a lot of work put into that. And it's so close to the ground it serves no practical purpose. And look at the big boulders that are stuck in there. You can see 3 big ones. Not a whole lot of reason for a human to make that. I just don't buy it. You know, like I said, I know Sasquatch make a lot of these structures, and ones like this and some of the ones I found today are really, really compelling. Really, really compelling. I can't really even see any other big boulders around here. So somebody's carried this stuff in from somewhere, and pretty interesting, that's for darn sure. This beautiful heart rock just stuck on a stump. Little sentimental reminders everywhere I go in this place. Gorgeous. Love. Love is the foundation of everything. Love is where all the core truths are birthed. And they just keep reminding us of that. I don't know about you guys, but don't you feel there's a shift, an energetic shift happening? The world doesn't seem as dark, as depressing. Once again, look how low this is to the ground. I don't know. I haven't seen any campers in here so far. This place is dead. Oh yeah. Check that out. Piled up there. Peel stick in there. Oh my God, look at all these. Look at all this stuff. Stuck in that stump. There is stuff everywhere around here. I'm coming up to where that little AX kind of thing tied with a red string that I found in a different location was. Now I think if it's not where it was the other day, it's actually even more compelling than if it is. Because like I said, there's been hardly anybody in here in the last week, so to speak. And if that thing was moved from one location to another, I mean, it's just impractical to think a human would do that. Why would they do that? So I'm thinking if I come across this place and I don't see it there, that's even more compelling than if it is there to me. Because let's assume it was a human doing it, which I don't think. But if it was, I don't see them coming and moving it. Oh, okay. This structure here from the other day is now tore down. But the fire ring is still there. That was a nice one. That was a nice one. Yeah, it was a little like kind of a teepee thing up there. It's gone. And yeah. The little AX kind of thing tied together with the red string was right here. It is gone. So somebody picked it up and moved it. Well, like I said, to me that's more compelling than if it was here. Because if it was a person who made it, they could have made the same thing or a similar thing in 2 locations. But the fact that it was here and then moved, that doesn't make any sense, other than our friends did it. Doesn't look like much maybe, but there's a pile of rocks there. Obviously formed into a pile of rocks. I mean, there's rocks around here, a few, but they didn't just all congregate in that one place. There's another one. This. Now, I was just talking to some campers who said that the people who were camping here this morning did this. And, you know, when I first saw it, I thought probably human made for sure. And had that confirmed. So, you know, like I said, you have to use discernment when you're looking and finding these kind of things. Yeah, Sasquatch built rock stacks. I've seen them do it. I've seen examples of them, of when they did it. But yeah, I figured this was human made, and sure enough had that confirmed. So discernment is always the best way to proceed. But in any event, human made or Sasquatch made, and that is human made, but in any event, that's a pretty cool little design there. I like it. Like it a lot. And I'm also happy that when I looked at it, I thought, okay, pretty sure humans made that. So I'm still using discernment to the best of my ability. Here's something that's a typical thatched roof. Over here. Nothing too fancy, but it is what it is. So I'm almost wrapped up. Check out a few more things, and then other colored rock. Probably painted by a human, but not necessarily placed by a human. Or not 100% painted by a human either, as I found out. I've been gifted a few that the design on them was just a bit too much of a coincidence, like a Sasquatch and stuff like that. So it's always fun to discover stuff in here. Oh, there goes a blue jay. But you can't necessarily jump to conclusions. You can just make educated guesses, and then in some of them, the guesses or the assumptions or the feeling as to who made them are more educated than others. And another interesting structure. Yeah. Inside of it, I could see a nice axe. Stick leaning up. Super. Oh, In summation, if you think that everything that I find, or not just me, I'm just talking in general, that we find in the woods is of human origin, I think you're fooling yourself. By the same token, if you think that everything you find is of Sasquatch build, you're also fooling yourself. Case in point, those rock stacks that I found on top of that log. No, I did immediately think it was human, but I'm just making a point. So, you know, you always have to use discernment and be practical. But, you know, the bottom line is that these bills that so many people are finding are made by humans and Sasquatch. And to decipher which is which can sometimes be difficult. Oh, look at this one. Right in the middle of it is a stick placed in the ground. I find that kind of compelling. Now let's have a look at this string here again, which I've said for many times doesn't really bother me. Well, it does seem to be holding it together structurally, but they use this kind of stuff, so it's not a big concern. But once again, it doesn't really say who made it either. Kind of a cool one. I just want to see how far in the ground this stick is stuck. Beautiful day here. Oh, let me just go down here and down on my knees and look at it. Here we go. Okay, that's stuck in a good, okay, so look. That's stuck in a good, at least 6 inches. So look at me. I can't get that in. Doesn't look like it was hammered in. No way that top was hammered in. So I can't even get it in at all. Putting all my weight on it. Look what I did. So I stuck in a good distance, so I don't think that was put in there by people, myself. Like I said, it was not hammered in, otherwise the top would be flat. I don't see any evidence of that. And why? Something Sasquatch do, but why would a person do it? So you just have to kind of look at these things and just make educated guesses. But it's kind of hard to tell at times. But I don't think that piece in the middle was put in there by a person. Why, for one thing, like I said, and the fact that it wasn't hammered in. The top is not flat like it was banged in, and it's a big distance in, and I'm around 200 pounds, and I can't even basically scratch the surface to try to get that in. Thing that is well worth noting is that I just went through all this area about a week ago, and pretty much everything I found was new or changed around or added to or something. And there's not a whole lot of people camping in here right now. There's a handful. And from past experience, this is the time when the camping season is just ending, when the Sasquatch do come in and do a whole bunch of stuff. Seems to be a pattern that is repeated every year. So there is some compelling evidence that it is them in many cases. But of course, discernment is always advised. Yeah, even for me. Before returning to the vehicle, I saw this little fire pit. And yeah, just a couple pieces stuck in there. Pieces of wood, like, oh, look, listen to my knee cracking. Can you hear that? Yikes. Wow, anyway. That's quite the sound. Anyway, yeah, pretty compelling. Pretty compelling. Once again, why would anyone do that? Geez, I hate being redundant with that, but you know, you just gotta look at things and say, why would a person do that? And there you go. Nice little fire pit.